Hello everyone, my name is Craig and this is a video review of the Nerf N series Ward, a two shot but technically single shot uh, blaster in the new N series line. I'm interested in trying to review these. This is going to be the first blaster of it, and I'll also give you my thoughts on it in this review. Let's get to a blaster overview. Let's start out with the blaster overview. Starting up front, there's no end strike barrel lug. You'll simply front load like this. It has two uneven barrels here, but these are two separate barrels like that. Capacity of this blaster is 2 shots. So you can go 1, 2, just like that. And again, it takes two shots, right? But you can load just the top one or just the bottom one, and it'll shoot just fine. It's running on the smart AR system. Getting up top is a small end strike tactical rail. This is compatible with end strike attachments, but that's a very, very tiny rail, so you might have to be selective as to which attachments you put on there. Nothing else onto there. Getting to the back, this is the priming handle. To prime, you pull back like that and you fire. The prime weight is slightly harder than most Nerf blasters on the market right now. The N-series blasters surprisingly shoot much harder than normal Nerf blasters on the market right now. This is a whole new series, and part of it is the upgraded performance, or actually the higher performance, not really upgrade, but higher performance of the blasters. So that is to be expected. Getting down to the bottom, the grip is very well proportioned to the blaster and is nice and comfortable. I have small hands and it fits on there well, but I believe a person with larger hands can use this very well. Getting down to the trigger pull is a little bit harder than most Nerf blasters on the market right now, but it is smooth. That's also due to the high velocity this blaster has. That's everything to go over with the blaster. Now we're going to get into a quick dart overview. Getting to my thoughts and the analysis of the new N-series darts, the length of these darts are more 3/4 lengths. They're more towards 3/4 lengths darts. They're not the same height as normal Nerf Elite darts, so they'll have a different trajectory when going on. Usually the smaller projectiles might fly further, but as we'd seen in other blasters, usually ones with smaller darts sometimes might go slower depending on how they make the projectile. The top of the head here is of a softer plastic, so it's not like an FDJ head, but it's not fully like an Elite dart head, but very interesting. It has this weird like little catch back here at the bottom where they hold into. That's just a weird design. It's a very weird design, but I'm not that knowledgeable about physics that I can tell whether this is a great design or not, but I do know that these darts are proprietary to these blasters. These blasters will not take Nerf Elite darts. They'll only take the N1 darts, as they call them. Also, I don't know why you're calling them N1. That sounds like that you're setting up for a sequel, like an N2 dart, which God help us if you design something like that. I don't know if these are better or worse than Nerf Elite darts. Honestly, from testing, I feel like that they would perform just as poorly, or as worse as Nerf Elite darts. They just have inherently faster velocity. I mean, most of that is to the blaster, not the projectile. So, very, very interesting that they come like this with it. Interesting projectile. I personally wish that it would have been compatible with Nerf Elite darts, but I'm not Hasbro, so whatevs. But yeah, that's the dart analysis. I don't really know what to think of this. Let's get into a firing demo. So firing analysis and conclusion of the N-series Ward. Fired very well, actually. Velocity is up in the 80s, 90s range. That's actually pretty standard for these type of blasters. They're going to have higher velocity. So if you compare that to 70 FPS par, they're going to be shooting harder than that. And these are like backup pistol type of things that are shooting like that already with it. After further analysis with these darts, I could say these darts are actually fairly accurate with it. I still think that they're not any more accurate than like elite darts. I wouldn't really. Uh, I mean, these really aren't cross compatible with it, so they're as accurate as can be. I would think that they'll be a little bit more accurate than something like the ultra darts, but I, as a dart to dart projectile, I wouldn't say that these are the most accurate darts, but for these type of blasters, they actually work pretty well and have some decent consistency to them. But the blaster, yeah, fired very, very well with it. If you're looking for N series blaster, especially with high performance stuff, check out this one. So really, my thoughts on the blaster pretty positive with it. It does everything it's supposed to do. It's work well ergonomically, works well. Like that it's a two-shot blaster. I was hoping that it wasn't going to be a single shot because I know Nerf loves making oversized single shot blasters. I'm glad that they added another barrel. I mean, they probably even could have scooted this up and made it a 3-shot too and put in another barrel down there. They could have done it, Hasbro. Uh, why? Why didn't you do that? But with it. So really, to give you my thoughts on this over one blaster, with it would not really be fair, but just still initial thoughts as I'm reviewing this blaster. Very interesting. I might actually be interested in trying other blasters of the series. Now, to really determine is this war practical? I don't know. I'd have to research more and review other blasters in the series. If there's no flywheel power blasters or anything in this series, this series is pretty much dead to us because even though you have the high velocity, you don't have the high rate of fire with that. You're going around with single shot or double shot blasters with it. You're still at a significant disadvantage, making it maybe not the most war practical things. But I have heard they've come out with different varieties of blasters in the N series, so I'm interested in trying this. Left a fairly good first impression of the series. I still am a little bit skeptical, but I am still interested in seeing what this series has to offer with it. That's my thoughts on the N series board. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.